Hi there, and welcome back. Here we are at part 5 of week 2 time. So, you might be feeling a little resistance. How you doing to getting through it? I think it's been pretty simple, and hopefully at least certainly part 1 and 2, and a little bit of part 3 were also pretty simple and easy things to do. So now we're going to kind of take it to the next step. And now it's time to really think about how we're going to make the best use of our time, right? So you just want to make sure that when we get to that resistance and the I knows or the yeah buts and all those things that keep us where we are and close our minds, we want to go back to focusing on the satisfaction of where you are and the vision of where you're going, because that'll get you past the resistance. So just keep that in mind and just be aware of it, which I'm sure you will. So in this time-space continuum, every living being has the same amount of time, right? It's money can come and go, in and out, but time, no. And when you have kids, right? When they grow up fast, you're like, whoa, where'd that time go? And how many times did you say to yourself? I can't even tell you how many times lately, even more so. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting of a certain age. I don't know, but how many times? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been that many years. Years. It used to be, wow, that's was how many months ago? Now it's like, wow, how many years ago? It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's just, so it's up to us to make sure that we are getting the most of the time that we have here on this earth plane. And using that effectively in our business, especially. Because if we, in our businesses, that is thrilling and exciting and wonderful, and we love to work and everything else, it can also burn you out, it can stress you out, and it can make you sick, which then forces you to take time and everything else. So take time off when it's not fun time, right? So our greatest asset is our earning ability, and the resource is time, right? So that's why, at least for me, I'm definitely want to go to the place where I have passive income, where I have some things that are just bringing in money on their own, and I wake up in the morning and there's some new money in the bank. I like that. That's kind of where I'm going for certainly a portion of my business. In between now and then, I'm here, and that's there, and there's going to be a time, which is the time that I need to do the things to get me from here to there, right? So this is a very interesting, this is the time quadrants that comes from Stephen Covey's seven Habits of Highly Effective People. You can read this. I'm not going to read it to you, but there are certain things that you can see in our businesses that are important or not important, and urgent and not urgent. So here's the interesting thing. The most important things in our business for us to do, believe it or not, are up here in quadrant number 2, the important and non-urgent things. The planning, the relationship building, the finding new the opportunities, improving ourselves, learning, reviewing, and all of these things in our businesses that which pretty much very few of us do on a consistent basis. I'm included there. I can be included there. And then also in that is the true recreation and true relaxation and vacation, whether it's a staycation, a vacation. And we give them the least amount of priority oftentimes. I feel like the things that where we really spend a lot of our times is in this not important and urgent stuff. This is where we have what I call time vampires and time wasters are in here. And this, as I told you about my one client, he trained his clients how to work with him, and he trained his team how to work with him. That got rid of almost all of this in this quadrant. Like, how do you train your clients? Well, we'll learn more about that in module 4, of course. So and how much time do we spend in this one? So this one, the phone call thing, or the urgent email, or the text, or urgent Facebook message, whatever it is, right? The thing is, Let's just think about this. You're in the middle of doing something, bah, 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 your phone rings, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's my client, I have to pick it up. So you stopped what you're doing right now. And when you're doing what you're doing, you're in a mindset. You're focused, you're in a mindset. You're probably in a flow, particularly if you're working on something, right? You're in the flow, bah, 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 and now the phone rings, you're like, oh, you look at it and like, oh God, I gotta take that. Now you gotta stop. So now you have disconnected from your flow. You are having to disconnect and unplug from the mindset that you were in when you were doing the activity you just stopped. You're going to pick up the phone. You don't know what they want. Fortunately, now we almost always know who it is, and that's a good thing at least. But you don't always know what they want. You don't know what they're calling about. So you're not prepared. You're not prepared. But you pick it up because you feel like you have to be there to serve your client. Now, whoever's on the phone says, hi, Lee, blah, 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 blah. They go off, and they might as well be what I call the Charlie Brown teacher mode, wah, 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 because it takes you a few seconds to connect to what they're doing there, right? It takes you a few seconds to disconnect from what you were doing, and a few seconds to connect to now what you're doing. So that little gap there is a waste of time. Oh, speaking of time, I forgot to put the thing on again. Oh, well, so we'll go. That's a waste of time. So especially when it goes interruptions. So think about that, and just think about, is it a medical emergency and someone has to be taken? Then of course you do it. But if not, otherwise it can wait. So in our business too, different things that we do in our business require different levels of skills, and they have different levels of value on the low, medium, and high end, right? So on the low end, we have these $10 to $15 an hour type tasks, which are filing. Let's just say it's filing, right? On the other end of the spectrum, we have the high skill, high value is serving our clients. Is it not? Serving our clients. That is our high end, high value tasks that we can only do, right? Because that's what we do. That's what we do. And in between is everything else. Anytime we're working in our optimal place, serving our clients, that's a good thing. Not only is it bringing in the revenue for you, but it's you're serving your clients. You're doing what you love, and you're doing what you love. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Now, flip side of that coin, when you're down doing the low task stuff, which has to be done, you're in the $10 to $15 an hour. First of all, it's a low skill, it's a low value, and you hate doing it. And because you hate doing it, you don't do it, so you put it off, and you got to do it. Then you go in that whole vicious cycle that it's there, and it's there in your mind, and we've already gone through that, so we don't have to go through that again, right? Plus, when you think about it, if you look, you earn $500 an hour, and you're doing a $10 an hour job, you're losing $490. Now, even if you're not earning $500 an hour, even if you're earning $50 an hour, you're still actually losing money. You're losing opportunity, opportunity to be serving and doing what you love, right? So that $40 a day $40 an hour difference. So if you're doing this stuff, which you don't want to do, and you procrastinate, and it's there, and then that brings you down and all that other stuff. Anyway, so it magnifies it. It's $40 an hour. So if you're doing that, even $2 hours a day, that's $80 a day that you could be, want to be serving. $80 a day. Even 1 hour a day, that's $40. $40 a day that could be better $40 a day with time that could be much better spent where you want to be, where you hope to be, and you should be. So if you think about that $40 a day over 5 days, that's $200 a day. That's $800 a month. Sometimes it's $1,000 a month. That's a lot of money that could be And time, well, especially a lot of money, but that money, that time could be better well spent. And it's like, well, Lee, I can't afford somebody. Well, sometimes that might very well be the case. So you have to kind of suck it up until you do. But on the other hand, if what's one more client, if you get one more client, then you can start to delegate some of that stuff. That's the point. So where do we want to be? We want to make sure that we stay away from these small tasks, not the small, the low value tasks for us. And we're there. The low value tasks we want to stay away from. We want to make sure we stay in the high value tasks as much as we can. And at some point, we want to delegate the rest. Okay. Moving along. So now we're talking about best use of our time. So every morning, I love this little story. Every morning, a deer wakes up, knows that it must run faster than the lion. Otherwise, it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, the lion wakes up. It knows that it must run faster than the slowest deer. Otherwise, it will starve. Doesn't matter if you're the lion or the deer, but when the sun rises, it's time to get running. So how do we get running effectively to make sure that we're not dying and we're not starving? We first start with our connecting with the vision and mission, which you did earlier on. Always connect with that first thing, kind of like the Cinderella castle, right? Then the next thing you want to do is you want to identify what are your roles, not just your roles like right now I'm the coach, now I'm the bookkeeper, now I'm the technician, now I'm the marketer, now I'm the customer service, now I'm the bill collector. Oof. Not those kind of roles, but those are roles. But anyway, your role, what are you most important roles that you have in all areas of your life? This is so strange. You know what? There's a third one down there that it doesn't. I don't know why it's not doing it. It's very strange. Anyway, but those things, and we'll move on. Third, you want to try to organize on a weekly basis, right? You schedule your priorities instead of your prioritizing. You schedule your priorities, not prioritize your schedule. It's like running your business, running your business and not having your business run you. So you can read this. And continuing on and organizing weekly, step 4, what are the elements of effective objectives? Oops, sorry. So that's kind of organizing your week. Now, tips to start your day. Write down your ideal day the evening before for tomorrow. I actually start your day. I actually say this one, all this should be done the night before and then looked at again. Prioritize. This is where we're going to prioritize all the activities in your business. Yes, you honor the importance and not the unimportant. This is like when you're looking at all the things you need to do during the day, things that have a time frame and a deadline go on one side and the anytime stuff goes on the other side, because it allows you to make the decisions that you need to make if you're forced to make choices and take things off during the day. And also, as it says here, which I love, it helps you remain sensitive to the commitments, because this is about commitments that you've made that you want to uphold. because you want to be in integrity. Yes, importance over urgency. Okay, so step 5, you want to exercise integrity in the moment. Right now, if you know your vision and your mission and you know where you're going and you know where you are, it's much better, it's much easier to have that integrity if it makes sense. And sometimes you do make conscious direction changes. It happens sometimes because things come up, right? You have an opportunity that you kind of have to go with it, or you're not going to be able to go at all. So the closing thought. Okay. Now I'm actually going to go through your discovery sheets with you, particularly. I'm just going to go through them with you right now. All right. So what are your progressors? You know, just what are the things that are going to help you move forward during the day, and what are the things that are going to hold you back? That's the first one. This is the reason why we're going through this. We have 3 different pictures like this, okay? And just like we had the skill and the value one over there, where that quadrant, we are going to do, or what's going to help you decide where you should be and not be are these several, there's two, or maybe 2. So we have fun, right? We call this the fun skills. So what are the things that you think are fun to do in your business? And just put them in the different quadrants. You know, put everything, like a high fun, a low skill might be, I don't know, what would be a high fun, low skill thing for me? Playing with my dog, but that's not with my business. But a high fun, participating in Facebook groups or something like that. So see, it's even me, I have to think about this. So I'm going to be doing this with you. So you categorize it by fun. You look at all the things that you put down and all the different tasks that you've already laid out that you've done. Now you go back to them and you rate them on skill level. And then and of course, value level. And now we're going to add the fun level. Now, once you have all that done, this is how you can figure out where to spend your time, right? This is where we go back to the dollars and the skills, because you've done the fun, so you know what you like to do, so you want to add that in because it's fun. And then you also now take the time and what's a low dollar value, the same thing that we talked about before, and you want to put them all in here. And then when you've done both of them, the green boxes you have in the green boxes and the low boxes, those we want you to focus on, just to see what's where. And this is where you want to spend most of your time, and this is what you want to consider finding a way to delegate. Got it? Have any questions? Let me know. And it's time to fly. So namaste, beloved one. Is that too fast? Anyway, we'll talk about it next week. And of course, you can pop questions. You can Facebook message me, whatever you need. So have fun with this. I'll see you in the next part, which is the last part. Ooh, putting it all together. Bye.